Smith! It's a big deal. They don't stand up for people.
Did they stand up?
They did. Not all of them, but some of them did. The ones that could did.
Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
No, we're thrilled. We never thought this day would come.
No, neither did I. It's a long time since the last one.
And Alex Jennings, sorry, I'm ignoring you. Hello.
Hello.
You're both so good in this film. Oh. You are both terrific. It's really fantastic. The Lady in the Van, it opens on the 13th of November.
Which is a Friday. I say no more.
And we get in that clip, we kind of got the idea that you are the lady in the van.
Yeah.
But Miss Shepherd was real.
Miss Shepherd was very real. And very scary, I think. Very, very frightening. But, no, she was real, and the fact that Alan put up with her for so long is just beyond anybody's comprehension. Nobody understands that. I don't think
15 years.
15. She was in that van outside his window.
Yeah, because the film begins with him describing the smell.
Oh, don't.
And you play... Well, you play two different versions of Alan Bennett.
I do play two different versions of Alan Bennett. The sort of... the writer who's observing Alan Bennett, as it were, having a life or not having a life, and wishing he was having a more exciting life, so he could write about things other than old ladies.
And was Alan Bennett there the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was creepy, so there were so many of them. They were everywhere. They were all over Gloucester Crescent, was it?
It was Gloucester Crescent,
yeah.
and we filmed it in the house where it all happened.
But that's extraordinary, because that never happens with a film, where you actually get to film it on the street.
We were there, and the van was there.
Did the neighbours think, oh, my God, she's back? It's like...
I think the ones that remembered it were frightened. I think Jonathan Miller looked a bit...
He did.
He looked a bit worried.
He wandered into shot a couple of times.
Yes.
Because it's quite a starry street, isn't it? It's quite...
I think that's what they said. I kind of didn't notice. I was in the van, but Jonathan Miller appeared once or twice looking a bit fed up, which is not surprising, because there was all that stuff going on in your street is not amusing.
When you say you were in the van, how much time did you spend in the van, and how unpleasant does it get in the van?
It was very... What was difficult, as you might say, was getting in and out of it.
Yes.
And how the hell that woman did it. I mean, you just can't imagine, because it's the smallest space, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to think, we're talking for a very long time. And she... I don't want to go into it, but she did everything there.
She did.
Go no further, but she did. She did everything.
Over the course of the filming, apparently, I think you were saying, Alex, that the van was shared.
Yes. There was... So we were filming in Alan's house, and the van was back in the street. And it was disgusting. I mean, it was full of bits of old vegetables and...
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Sanitary ware hanging
Oh,
up to
don't!
And...
It wasn't mine, it was Miss Shepherd.
And there was some kind of clearly token security when we weren't filming there. And security came in one morning, we were due to start shooting, I don't know, quite early in the morning, and discovered 4 feet kind of poking out the end of the van. And 2 Camden Town revellers had broken into the van and spent the night in it. And they got rid of them, cleaned the van out of all this stuff, cleaned it, put it back before she came on set.
She.
And didn't tell. Didn't tell Maggie.
They didn't tell. They didn't dare. Everybody was
Don't tell
sworn to
Maggie.
secrecy. Don't tell Maggie. Don't. What they thought I would do, I don't know, because I was sorely tempted to come like Miss Shepherd tonight. Awful thing of what should I wear? What should I wear? And I feel sort of haunted by her because she lived in Storrington, which is quite near where I live. I lived in the village next, or the little place next. They sort of... She was in a nunnery because she was wanting... Or I don't know whether she wanted to become a nun, but it was certainly one of the ideas of the family. I think they thought it was a good idea to, I think, do that. And there used to be a huge nunnery in Storrington. And when I go in there, which I do sometimes, I go to Waitrose and various things, and I always think, well, I wonder what it was like when she was here, you know, as a sort of young person, and it's very odd playing a person who's real, which is what you found, isn't it? Mm.
So you've got Alan Bennett on one side, but then, and, you know, even the fact that, you know, they wouldn't tell you that people were in the van, I mean, is it kind of intimidating when Dame Maggie Smith is on the set? For you, not for you. I point around you. I point around you.
No, it's not intimidating. We've worked...
Yes, it is.
There's the odd moment.
I'll tell you something. I was much more intimidated because every single person on that set had been at the National with Nick Heitner, or they'd been in the History Boys. So I was such an outsider you wouldn't believe. I really felt that I ought to audition. I really did.
Well, you did the play, that...
No, but I felt like an outsider. You were all very cliquey.
Were we?
Yes, you were. And it made me feel very, very not wanted. So I don't know why you weren't.
But actually, you do know what it's like from the other side, because I've read in interviews you talked about how intimidating you found it when you, back in the 60s, when you worked with Laurence Olivier.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because it sounds like he was very tough.
Well, yes, but I mean, I think everybody who worked with him were... I mean, they were in awe. And he hit me very hard one night.
You're kidding?
No, I'm not.
On stage?
Yes, he was a bit cross with me. And at one point he had to say, "Out, devil." And he slapped me. And I hit the floor, and I think it was Edward Petherbridge, who was a Venetian gentleman, apparently said, "Oh, Mags." I don't remember, because I literally went out, and I remember saying, well, I did see stars at the National Theatre. I really did.
But when you did Desdemona to his Othello, it does sound like you gave as good as you got.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's... You mean... Oh,
yeah.
Yes, this was when he was doing Othello, and he was wearing all that makeup, all that... And I used to stick his eyelashes on for him, because he had these great big eyelashes. And he said... Well, I went in one night and he said, "Oh, darling Maggie, I've been meaning to tell you, I think your vowels are not really very good, so, you know, could you watch it?" Anyway, so I went in the next night to do the eyelashes and things, and said, "How now, brown cow?" And he didn't get it.
But you asked me what it's like, you know, being with Maggie is, you know, it's working with the best, because she is the best.
No, she is. She's the best.
I know that's not true.
So you're... And before you film or before you go on stage, you're getting, like, fantastic nuggets about Noel Coward and Laurence Olivier, or being taught Polari by Kenneth Williams, or working with Betty Davis.
Yeah.
And she's really naughty as well.
But the thing is, you have had this extraordinary career, and, you know, I mentioned the Oscars in the introduction and things, but Harry Potter, weirdly... But that did sort of change your life in a way.
Well, yes, a lot of very small people kind of used to say hello to me, and that was nice. And there's a whole different lot of people.
Yes. But also so weird that they'd only know you for that one thing, like you'd never existed before.
No, I never had. And except one kid once said to me, he said, were you really a cat? And I heard myself say, just pull yourself together. How could I have been? Anyway.
So there's the Harry Potter bit of your life, which kind of changed your life. But then Downton comes along. Is that one of those things where you thought you were famous till you were in Downton?
No, I didn't think that at all. It's only since Downton that people seem to know, you know, who stopped me and asked me. But it's only since Downton, and that's television for you.
Yes. It's common.
It's television. But funnily enough, I was in Waitrose in Storrington, my favourite. And a little boy was at the checkout with his mother, and he kept looking at me. And I thought, what am I going to do about it? And he kept looking at me and looking at me. And I said, can I help you? And he said, it's all right, it'll come to me in a minute. I thought it was so sweet. So lovely. It'll come to me. Sweet.
But the people coming up to you now, like, because apparently Americans are very... Well, you know, they're not shy Americans.
No, well, no.
No.
But I don't go anywhere, really, where they can get at me. It's usually in museums and art galleries and things, so that limits things. So I keep away from there, and Harrods I don't go near.
So are you, in a way, sort of glad that Downton's over?
Oh, yeah. No, I really am. No, because, honestly, she was about... By the time we finished, she must have been 110. So I couldn't go on and on and on. I couldn't. It just didn't make sense.
I know, Alex, I know you're a big Downton fan.
I am. I shout at it a lot.
You haven't seen it,
I do, yeah, we watch it, and we shout at it, because I'm not in it.
Have you ever watched Downton? No.
I've got the box set. So I can watch that.
Now, we hear, and I don't know, because you run in rich circles, exotic circles. Have we had a good authority that the actual Queen watches Downton Abbey? Because we hear that she's a fan.
You're not supposed to talk about what...
OK.
The Queen... No. I was told that she did, but then I have been told by another gentleman who works in those establishments that she likes Midsummer Murder.
Who doesn't?
It's OK. I didn't take it badly. It's OK.
And of course, Alan Bennett isn't the first real person you played, because you played Prince Charles.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I did. And one of the reviews said, why have they cast somebody who looks like George Bush? Who I've also played.
But you know Prince Charles, don't you?
Well, I wouldn't say I know him. I mean, he's the patron of an actors' charity that I'm kind of involved in. Oh, yeah. Yes.
You're in love with him. Look at you. That's the funniest thing anyone's ever said.
Give me an OBE. Yes, he hasn't seen The Queen, I know.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean The Queen, the film,
The Queen.
not
She's seen this,
but his wife has. She
Did you like it?
She did like it, yeah. She asked me, she said, what was it like playing my husband?
Oh.
What a terrible flirt.
Yeah, she was quite twinkly.
Very nice.
She's very good news, I
She's
think.
really very, very good.
And actually, talking about it, clearly, you know, you are Dame Maggie Smith. We know that. But
I'm not that when I'm working.
Oh, so on a poster it will just say...
No, it just says... yeah, because you don't use it professionally.
OK. But
Unless you're... Who is it? Sir King Bensley.
Yeah.
And listen, very quickly, we must just mention your other incredible honour, which is a very elite group. It's the Order of the Companions of Honour, which is... That's a super special thing.
It's very grand.
Yes. I think... Have we got a picture of... Is that you getting the...
Yes. Good hat, isn't it?
It's a very good hat. Yes, good hat, good shoe, good dress.
Yeah.
Good and how does that happen, if you know what I mean? How do you join that very elite group?
Well, it sort of happens when people die. You take their place.
Oh, I see. Oh, right.
So there aren't many of them.
Oh, I see. So there's a fixed number.
There's a fixed number, so if they just hang around a bit, there'll be another vacancy.
Listen, it has been wonderful to meet you both. Please don't wait another 42 years till you come and see us again. We'll put it in the books now.
Yeah,
We'll put it
okay.
in the books now.
Okay.
Lady in the Van is such a funny, sweet film. It opens on the 13th of November. I urge you to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jennings and Dame Maggie Smith! Right, it is time for our musical guest tonight.